questo episodio avevamo cominciato una nostra avventura e vi ricordo che a quanto pare Doc di quei e noi lo dobbiamo aiutare e dobbiamo capire dove e quale presorsa di così dove, diciamo. Grazie all'aiuto di Eiffel siamo arrivati in questa nuova zona, in questo quello che sembra un quartiere, insomma. Comunque, segniamo il citofono.
Step away from the door. Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on.
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
Signora Schiavi, innanzitutto. Allora.
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
Sembra con un testo postale, va bene. Senza. Che ne dici se proviamo all'SMS per diventare i miei video finora? No, proviamo a convincerlo.
E. Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man Strick? I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced from myself, slacker.
Niente, un po' 60, conosco persone anziane molto più inserire comunque. Quindi siamo di questo.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see.
Adesso non so che può sembrare chiaro, ma noi dobbiamo far vedere che abbiamo trovato prima, quindi andiamo alla fine di Mildaio, guardate se ne troviamo la cabba.
I haven't got all day.
Aspetti. Ecco, questo è quando non perdere cose.
You're trying my patience, young man. State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see.
Guarda dove che sono scappa, ecco, questo non mi carica. Non
A
mi
shoe?
era.
Now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Ecco. Come vede era la stessa scarpa. Che cosa hai da guardare? Guarda che è normalissimo far vedere scarpe alle persone. Le persone da mie parti si salvano così, non lo vedi?
Sorry, Einstein.
Non vedete di cielo. Poverino Einstein.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Que vayamos un poco de questo mondo.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes? Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh.
Yeah.
Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes. The day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Okay.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that? Tim Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Quanto è signora però. No, io
Don't let me keep you from your business.
abbiamo finito di parlare.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Quando la parte di Manti. La parte di Manti dice tutto. Allora. Intanto guardiamo sempre io. Che cosa tua? Allora, questa è una cosa.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshal Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it.
Ok. Ok.
What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Ok, ok. Adesso noi dobbiamo attivare
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
questa. Cioè,
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some
ok,
tea. And don't touch anything.
caricamento. Così lei se ne va e possiamo controllare e possiamo controllare questi giornali.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Dobbiamo controllare finché non troviamo
Brown Mansion
cosa
destroyed.
dobbiamo dire.
1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year. Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Ok,
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train.
sono tutti i
I don't even know where to
riferimenti
start looking for clues in
questi.
these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Ancora?
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Possiamo raccontare.
Man, these are powerful. I could see Biff going into the video store.
Possiamo
You wouldn't believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
I wish I knew which one used to be a speakeasy. Excuse me, Miss Strickland? So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Don't let me keep you from your
Meno
business.
male dobbiamo riguardare i giornali finché non.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Miss Pretty Whiskers is very particular
Finché
about who
non,
handles her food.
Troviamo quello giusto, insomma. Allora. Quindi. Facciamo di nuovo la regola di prima.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Lei se ne va. lo encontremos en un vehículo.
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by Maul's shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
No.
Oh, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Questa foto non l'abbiamo vista giusto, quindi chiediamogli di questa foto. Si è un po' macchinoso ma riuscirà.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing. Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
Ok. Ok. Adesso vi facciamo sempre tutte cose di prima.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Ecco qua.
Rebuilt in
Quindi
February
adesso
1932. So the
abbiamo
fire must have
visto
happened
qui.
before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Miss Strickland?
Tu dici qualcosa di nuovo? Ah no.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Adesso rifacciamolo per l'ultima volta, ovvero
There's the whistle!
rimandiamola,
Surely the water's boiling by now.
prendete e controllare, scusatemi, e controlliamo il
Let's see.
giornale.
Ground broken on site of former
Perfetto.
speakeasy. Singer vanishes.
No,
Hill Valley
no,
Expo delights crowd.
no,
Soup kitchen
forse-
exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy
Abbiamo
arsonist
trovato
slain.
qualcosa.
Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley Police Station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a
Look at it,
mob.
Doc.
What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Oh no, Marty,
My newspapers!
sta
Sorry, Miss Strickland.
disfilando.
Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm
Ma
being
ma
attacked
quando
by
sei
hooligans!
esagerata? Ecco qua. Mettiamo il carburante nella macchina del
Marty!
tempo.
Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
It's, my uniform. Didn't I tell you? I got a job.
At the Model T factory?
Yeah. No.
Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Ok.
Ready to go, Einstein?
Perfetto. E niente, partiamo.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, fluxy.
Mettiamo le
Okay,
coordinate.
if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Perfetto. Ci devo parlare sopra perché sono mica piccolo. Che bella canzone, vero? Non ricordi la canzone del film? Ci siamo. E ho tanto studiare. Che bello, che fiero. E iniziamo già bene. Questo tema. Non hai visto niente, mi raccomando, eh? No, noi che sentiamo, ma noi che sentiamo qualcuno mi sa. Ok, abbiamo la corsa macchina del tempo e ci siamo.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Eccoci qua. È tutto molto diverso dal nostro epoca, come tutto che sia. Mi viene quasi a 100 marchi, se non teniamo il gioco e non finissi bene. Perché? Allora,
Young man? Excuse me, young man?
eccolo
Who?
qui.
Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm
Parliamo
looking
un
for a
po'
man
con
in the
questa
street
signora, ma
reaction.
vediamo
Naturally,
che
you know about the explosion
sì,
that
ma
destroyed
con
this illegal
calma.
gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Salute.
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Doc, Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
Che dico algo,
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of lawlessness and corruption. You're all for cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery.
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Christian.
Michael
Michael
Corleone.
Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr.
Michael
Corleone.
Corleone.
And Miss Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this
That's
wretched
from
creature
that
yours?
way.
He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Allora, sostanzialmente dobbiamo guardarci un po' in giro, l'unica cosa che possiamo andare a fare. Ma io direi che siamo nel passato, questo è sicuro. Allora. Andiamo di qua. Comunque è fatto molto bene. Vediamo che c'è.
Doc.
Sì, a quanto pare.
Doc.
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right? But what?
Ma io diciamo alla
Tell the
polizia.
authorities.
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a puffy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed.
Dobbiamo risolvere questa brutta situazione.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very
Oh,
receptive to a
finalmente.
complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is
Abbiamo detto
misguided.
quella
Do you?
cosa.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. What I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Quindi ci ha dato questo numero.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
E noi lo andiamo subito a digitare dove appunto sta detto lui, ovvero qua. Quindi dobbiamo, perché il giovane Doc cominciano a darci il martello pneumatico, il trapano pneumatico, scusate.
McFly?
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are
Come
you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll
trattato
just
male
run
i
back to the
bambini.
safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey, anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Allora, io prima di comprare il numero parlerei con un po' di persone, poche dire, a parte che non c'è nessuno a parte lui.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
quanto vale il soldo. Allora.
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
Ok.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
No, ok. Yes.
Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of
Quindi lui
culinary
fa
enhancements
tipo
back there.
zuppe, tipi diversi di zuppe. Ok, adesso andiamo al telefono e paghiamo e cerchiamo di risentare Doc, però
I
prima
better not
paghiamo
talk to him.
tutti.
I don't want to mess up his timeline.
A quanto pare nessuno vuole parlare con noi. Ok, quindi perfetto.
Brown residence.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Ok, quindi è all'università. Sì. Quindi dobbiamo trovare l'università.
Nah, I don't think so.
Allora togliamo il numero che non ci serve. Ok. E andiamo appunto a cercare l'università. Che è facilissima da trovare. Abbiamo ancora il registratore e tutte le cose che avevamo prima. Ok, perfetto. Andiamo qua. Andiamo di qua. Perfetto. Ciao Esen. Eccolo qui.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown?
Oh man, dovrebbe essere lui.
Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Dove sì. Allora,
Listen, Emmett, you
un
don't
po'.
know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Dice che ci siamo.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night, but today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
A quanto pare non ne vuole sapere, però se noi prendiamo il nostro registratore e registriamo appunto
Think,
tutto quello che
Emmett, think.
dice.
H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Perfetto. E lo portiamo. E fatemi sentire la nostra registrazione al nostro doc del presente. Potremo rispondere, avremo le risposte pronte. Quindi ritorniamo dal doc, dal nostro doc. Diciamo che per convenienza lo chiamerò MT1 doc, così si capisce di quale doc si parla.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Ok. Adesso ritorniamo da Emmett. E proviamo a ricominciare. Proviamo a convincerlo di nuovo. Ecco qua.
Think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Che me togliamo il distributore,
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
Okay.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Dai. Dai che ci siamo qua.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Arthur McFly? I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him. No, why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Allora, direi a questo punto. Andiamo appunto lì. Apriamo con loro.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here! How about you? Huh? I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
Non siamo nelle cappe, anzi non siamo nelle cappe.
I guess you won't talk about your business.
Why not? I got nothing to hide. I recently acquired controlling interest in the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee, and he's very busy today.
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Where's the office?
I forget.
So when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you Mr. Spy.
È convinto della cliente.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? I'm hanging on to my peanut bowl.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Hey, kid! Yeah? What the hell is that?
Via!
Hey!
Oh, mi piace il cappello mio.
What'd you do?
E metto tu.
Give me that hat, you lousy crook! Emmett!
Vai! Perfetto. Guarda che dipinto. E metto davvero con i gatti del campo di sera. Potrebbe giocare in sera.
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen! Hey! Al! Fix me up!
Ok.
Where do you learn how to move like that?
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out!
Adesso questo cappello non dobbiamo fare annusare l'essere. Perfetto. Comunque c'è mancato poco che ti trovassero, ma poi un po' alla fine ci siamo raccolti bene. Shine, dove sei? Eccolo lì, perfetto, vai. Annusa.
Hey, honey, come here for a sec, boy. Hey, boy, can you find the guy who belongs to this hat?
Where's he going?
Only one way to find out.
Perché riesci?
Huh, déjà vu.
Suoniamo il campanello a questo punto. Eccolo.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's McFly!
Shh, I know.
Vediamo quello là.
Hey, Arthur, can you come down a minute?
Do I know you?
I'm your mother's great nephew.
You mean my second cousin?
Yeah.
Glad to know you, but I can't leave this building till the boss says so. He's given strict orders. Sorry. Some other time.
Allora lui non serve finché il boss non chiude, quello dice. Quindi dobbiamo tornare indietro. Ecco qua, e appunto riattirare di nuovo quei se finché sui boss e registrare appunto quello che dice in modo che il nonno di Matti abbia paura di lui e scenda appunto il piano. Allora se scende da casa sua così possiamo continuare la lettera. Ok. No, assolutamente io questo lavoro proprio vicino alla regione. Se non mi viene male. No, dall'altra parte, sì. Perfetto. Ecco qua da questa parte vicino al ristorante. Che poi non è un ristorante, dovrebbe essere tipo una bar, tipo la vaganda. Vero, bene. Molto bene comunque. Eccomi qui.
Well, look who's back! They say rats always return to the scene of the sinking ship. Get 'em, matches!
In poche parole dobbiamo farci inseguire e registrare la voce del boss. Così. In modo da farlo sentire al nonno di mano. Perfetto. Speriamo qua su.
Down from there, you son of a bitch!
E prendiamo il nostro bel
That's an
registratore.
order! What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now! Don't make me angry, Smucko! Get down here and face the music!
Adesso
You can't get away that easy. Nobody puts one over on Kit Tannen and lives to tell about it. You're dead meat, twerp! Better start composing your epitaph now, because I'm gonna carve it into your face! In bullets! Get down here!
Einstein!
Vai.
Help!
Lay off! Get away from me, you crazy mutt!
Go away, dog. We're busy here. Go on, scram. Hey, where'd he go?
You let him get away, idiot!
Adesso andiamo di nuovo da Nonno Mazzi dopo che abbiamo registrato la potremmo la convinzione a stendere, così possiamo dare la lettera. Allora, dall'altra parte si è un po' compulare come dimentica. Ecco qua, andiamo verso casa del nonno di Marti. Ma passiamo dal parco però. Ok. Perfetto. Vieni qua. Ok. Adesso risuoniamo di nuovo. Il campanello.
Now.
E facciamo riaccorciare la registrazione.
What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
It's Kid. Right away, boss. Where's Kid?
Eccolo qua. Vediamo la lettera.
Arthur McFly,
Yeah?
got something for you.
Thanks. A subpoena?
Ordering you to appear in court and provide evidence in the investigation into...
Kid Tannen? Take it back!
You can't get rid of it, Mr. McFly. Once you've been served, it's your duty to report to the court at the earliest possible time. Failure to do so could lead to a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest! But Kid'll kill me. Stupid, stupid Artie. Holy cats, what am I gonna do?
I suggest you avail yourself to the protection of the court.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Oh, I hate doing stuff like that. But I won't have to much longer.
No?
Once we get that 190 proof alcohol and build my rocket drill, my future will be set and I'll be able to quit this crummy job.
Oh, right.
Ok ragazzi, ma io direi che per questo episodio la possiamo finire qui. Commentate, condividete, iscrivetevi al canale, seguitemi su Instagram, Massimo Mola, anche su Facebook, sempre Massimo Mola. Mettetemi like, ciao ragazzi, ciao!